Hello, welcome at the roof of Garden Studios in beautiful Rotterdam. Today we have Burght performing in our studio, and actually Burght is standing over there, freezing. Hi Burght.
Hi.
Welcome in Rotterdam.
you.
Finally Burght in the studio. It took a while before we finally found a date to have this live stream. It's going to be a very special live stream. Well, actually, this will be broadcasted after the live stream. So we hope it
was a very special live stream. Thank you.
Yeah, let's hope so. How would you define Burght?
Ooh, this is really a question for Robert.
Oh, thank you. How would I define we're an experimental pop band and pretty eclectic songs. Yes, and
What we say in the bio is that every song we set out to write a perfect small simple pop song, but we never succeeded in it because it always escalates into chaos.
we're, I think, pretty impatient as well, because when we're in the studio and then we think, now something should change, and then we change something, and then, but it's always nice that we start here and then we end up wherever, which is always a nice experiment.
Sure. What we also like to establish with this live stream was to kind of get this feverish dream feeling going. So really get this, you don't really understand what's happening or what you're seeing, but it should trigger you somehow. That's for this live stream at least what we try to establish. And also the music as well, yeah.
Just follow the river down the mountain called July, for it will lead you back to its source.
And can you give us one word that would best best describe Burght?
Oh.
Subscribe.
No, sorry.
One word.
I know a Dutch word, but I actually don't know the English word for it. But just now, Johan said it's ontregelen, to kind of try to
Disrupting.
Yeah, disrupting, like disruptive. I
Disruptive.
guess. Yeah. Cool.
The ideal pop song, but without patience and eclectic, and one word would be disruptive.
Exactly.
All right. About the name Burght, does it reflect to this word, or where does it come from?
Oh, I think Job, our old drummer, came up with it, but we liked the sound of the word because it was really like, and the meaning, it's really like a solid word, Burght, and that's what we liked about it.
And also, if you want to disrupt, what's a better way to do it than to pretend to be part of the establishment?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And you have a beautiful background for the name, I guess.
Yeah. It's.
One of our gardeners describes Burght as the love child of Kraftwerk, Nick Cave, and Muse. Do you agree?
Oh. Kraftwerk, Nick Cave, and Muse.
Muse.
Muse. I wouldn't see Muse there, but that's maybe because I don't. Also a nice band. Ooh, I would love their lightning, the Muse's lightning design from their big shows would be. That's stuff we listen to, I guess.
Yeah, Nick Cave.
And Nick, we saw Nick Cave this summer, which is it's just this trip where you're in. Yeah.
Where was it? On the festival?
Best kept secret.
Okay.
It was an amazing, transformative concert. But so yeah, that's a great honor if someone said that. Yeah.
And were you crying?
Yeah, well, to the point of, yeah. I got real close to it, yeah. It was, I think, one of the 3 best concerts I've ever seen.
He is really able to pull you into his world.
Yeah, it's very sort of transcendental, almost preaching, both for good and evil, which, yeah, it's great.
I guess you
So loaded loaded as well.
Yeah, it was very loaded.
His sons did,
Yeah, sorry.
And the loaded, is that a good word? I don't know. But there was so much happening, and then you see him doing this, just giving after all that happened to him, and then with his songs, yeah, it was really beautiful.
Is he one of your main musical influences, or are there any other?
I don't think we never consciously took Nick Cave really as an influence, but we all listened to it.
Yeah,
Subconsciously.
You want me to list some bands?
Influence.
Yeah, we don't really start with the idea of what our influences are, but of course when you're writing you refer to certain bands. And I think we have a common love for bands like Radiohead and Tom York. And also Arctic Monkeys, we've referred to it a couple of times. Soons, yeah, in the beginning also more Mac DeMarco.
Yeah, that got
It's kind of gone now.
kind of
I don't know if you know some more names.
LCD sound system.
Yeah.
Yes, LCD Sound System is a really lovely.
Have you seen The Smile, Tom York's new band?
Yes. No, I didn't see it live. Did you?
No, I've listened to the album quite a lot, but I really wanted to see them at the Down Rabbit Hole, but I wasn't able to.
Were you there?
Yeah, no, I wasn't there, but I was the day after I was there, but then I missed him. So
I saw it, and it was one.
Oh,
of,
yeah?
Yeah, it was my best concert of Down the Rabbit Hole.
oh yeah,
Yeah, and I
Amazing.
wasn't that loaded to go,
yeah,
so I was like a bit like, but amazing skills as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, man.
Amazing skills.
yeah.
Are you getting cold? If you could open a show for any artist, what would it be?
Sure. You have any idea? I would actually love to open for Nick Cave, but also because, in my opinion, maybe apart from the vocals, it would be a mismatch in some way, so it would be kind of weird, but that would be great. And
Also, if it's too much of a match, it's maybe boring.
exactly, yeah,
Too much of a match.
would be boring, yeah.
It's also nice.
Yeah, it's nice to be surprised by the support act often, I feel. If it's something totally different, and then, you can also be quite moved by it and say, oh, cool, it's really a surprise for you, While sometimes you have a support act that kind of does the same thing as the main act, and then it's like, okay, yeah, there's more of this around, but then why not listen to the... Yeah, so man, her
Beyonce.
new album is amazing, though.
And if you would turn it around, maybe with this in mind, what would be your favorite support act
Ooh.
performing before Burght?
Also Beyonce.
Yeah, for sure, right? Yeah,
Beyonce.
Beyonce. Not too long ago, we also played on a festival with Bed, and not that I want them to be our support act, but I was really fond of what they were doing. So it would be cool to do a double bill, maybe. Yeah, you can also check them out at Garden. They played here as well.
Yeah,
So
amazing band.
it would be cool to have a sort of double bill with them, maybe.
Well, I hope
Yeah.
soon in the future there will be one.
Yeah.
You get your tits out for another man. You get your tits out
Okay,
for
so
another
there are a lot of animals on your album covers. Like dogs and snails.
Yeah.
Why?
Sure. Why? That's a good question.
I don't know. We didn't. The dog was. The dog is quite close actually. It was a dog of a friend of ours. I don't know why actually. Do we have a?
I think we're just so in touch with nature that we don't even know that we're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, and also
Which snake? Was there a snake?
snail was in the gifje, in the GIF. But the thing is, we wanted a subject to enlarge. Kind of the idea was to enlarge something small or domestic or like that, and enlarge it so it kind of creates this freaky artwork, which we did together with Studio Met Zonder. And they came up actually with the idea of the dog. So you could walk it and you can enlarge the dog so you get a really big dog to walk, which is a funny side to us.
It is a funny sight. All right. So it's a dog in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Is there a special story about the dog?
It's just a friend's dog.
Just a friend's dog.
We were looking for a dog that was calm, and this is a really calm dog that follows you instead of. Yeah, it's great. It's a great photo dog.
Photo, okay. I think we covered this question, but maybe can you tell something about Burt's songwriting process? No, we didn't cover this one actually.
I think we write mostly in sort of estafettes, that we write in small groups, and then the demo goes to another small group, and in other constellations, and at the end they go to work to produce and mix it, and then we come to listen, and and he has to drum a lot, and it always gets cut out in the mix, and then he has to come back and play a little bit, and then eventually they just sample the drummer, and then live we think, live drums is so nice, and then it comes back in the mix again.
Poor drummers.
Yeah, and after Justin and I worked for days on the mix, then we sent it to the band, and Robert was like, no, completely different. We have to do it again. And then we're like, okay, Robert.
That's kind of true.
And about the lyrics, any specific inspirations for the lyrics?
We start with little sketches, I guess, and then we use those sketches for a really long time, and then when we really at the end we build a lyric together, mainly with who has the idea. Mostly it's like a little sketch from me, or like something that gibberish fitted the vibe, and then eventually we have to fix that, and we do that together, I guess.
Okay, so it's really a group process.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly starts from Robert.
Okay, cool. About this garden live stream, you wrote that you're inspired by Ryoshi Ikeda, is that the right pronunciation? A Japanese visual and sound artist. What do you like about his work in particular, and how is this reflected in your live stream?
So we liked Ryoji Ikeda's binary project. He's mostly a musician, a very famous musician from Japan, but he worked together with artists that kind of coded this very visual binary, so in the colors black and white, this kind of world, and he enlarged it, like in the Tate Modern and in big places, and then you really walk within that visual artwork, and it's quite eclectic in the sense that the colors, there are no colors, it's just tints, it's black and white, and they change constantly, and it's really in what we like to be like disruptive, but in a beautiful way. So that's what we took for an inspiration for the visuals. Yeah.
For what we see from the run through, like the general or the first repetition, were you glad with what you saw?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It was it turned out a lot closer to what we had in mind, and in a way we expected, because only verbally you can say so much, but you have to kind of translate your ideas. But yeah, Garden and the team understood kind of what we were looking for, and we already got so close. And now, just now when we played, was yeah, smart. Was yeah, it was really there. We really found out together how to get close to what we wanted.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Besides music, is there a favorite art form you have, like visual or any other art forms that are integrated into Burght or personally?
Well, I think we're all quite fond of film, really like film, and sometimes some of us work in film as well, and also theater. Robert is also a performer in theater, so that kind of helps. I think, yeah, those are the main visual.
What
It's
kind?
always nice to look for crossovers between art forms. So it's not particularly that we like painting or I like it when stuff meets, just like in this stream, that it's more like a video clip idea, and also with our vormgevers,
Our designers.
the designers, to look for an image with what suits the music, and look where that can meet, or with lightning. Yeah.
Two things that came up in my mind, like the designers, they are the same that you mentioned before,
Yeah.
and they are more or less a partner of Burght.
Yeah, you could say that they were there from the very first start. We did, once, it's quite long ago, we did a test, like we wrote for a couple days, I guess, and then had a short performance with a lot of visuals and stuff. And that was actually the first time they were there as well, and they just stayed with us.
Oh, that's great. It's starting to rain.
Ah.
And
Nice.
Martha showed me the battery is low.
Ah.
So I guess
That's a clear ending.
we round up. If you didn't see the live stream of Burght, go check it out on Garden. Thank you and enjoy
Thank you.
your live stream.